How does this technology shaping the diamond industry?
So if we look on the history for a second, we can start to see for our planners how they started planner machines and the advisor that changed totally the industry. In simple way, we are feeding the algorithm with data, with a lot of data, with stones that graded. Okay, if we want now to, this stone will grade based on the GIA standard or based on the Tiffany standard, we can decide and we can feed the system accordingly, and then the algorithm teach himself. Especially today with the lab grown, people need to feel, okay, now they bought some natural, they put a lot of money and invest on the natural. They want to get, okay, what is the story behind this? What is the difference between this stone and the stones it can, next door it can in the 99% less, or sorry, 30% less. And they depend, but so they need to see what is different, and this can help to show the difference.
Ben, great to have you on RapLoupe podcast. Tell me a little bit about your journey with Sarine.
First of all, thank you for inviting me over. Actually, I'm in Sarine this month. I'm going to complete 10 years in Sarine. I started operation, product, and then opportunity with Sarine India came. And then it's supposed to shift to India in around 2020. And then COVID started, so it changed the plan. And so I joined Sarine India in 2022. And actually, in the last 3.5 years, many change in the industry. So it's also challenging for me as the managing director in Sarine India and the Sarine Global General. It was challenging time for industry, but also opportunity to change things, to how we can manage better way. So we did a lot of changes. So it's a very interesting period for me to here in Sarine India. We have great employees, great team, the take trust. As I told you that we have Sarine India established in 2004, and we have many employees from this time. So it's great to see the commitment. So we have a great team here.
India is actually producing 95% of the polished diamond. So it's better, the right place to be in India for
Yes.
technology. Now, I wanted to ask you, Sarine being a technology company, how does this technology shaping the diamond industry?
So if we look on the history for a second, we can start to see for our planners how they started planner machines and the advisor that changed totally the industry. And of course, the first big revolution was with the Galaxy that we established in 2008. And in the beginning also, people not trust on this kind of technology. Okay, how this kind of technology can replace human specialized, they can evaluate the diamond and so on. And then today, if in the 2008 it was a 2-carat rough plus, today even 1 cent rough scanning in a Galaxy machine. It's amazing to see this kind of evolution today. Everyone using this kind of technology. So now we want to bring these kind of things even to the grading part. We believe and we see what happened now in the world with AI, with how it changed the things, and we believe the same thing can happen even in the grading part.
I see that in the olden days, people always wanted to do that human touch in everything. When I visit in factories in Surat also, almost everybody has this Galaxy machine, which you mentioned. From planning to even from the smallest diamonds to end of polish and everything, they get all the details. Now you mentioned about the AI, how the AI grading is accepted by the industry and how does it happen?
So we established the AI a few years ago. And of course, it's not in one day the industry adapt this kind of solution, because first of all, they need the trust, because grading, it evaluates in the end the diamond itself. So the AI, it's taking time till you can trust it. As we have today, we need to trust on the AI that we are using day-to-day basis. So still, of course, people not jump on this and adapt this kind of solution, but now we see more and more demand for this specific, especially for the color or even for the clarity, but we see more demand and people interested in this kind of solution because it can help a lot with the scale up. And now, especially in the industry that is not stable. So you need to scale, you need to reduce the scale. So all the equipment, training, people living, it's a lot of effort from the factory side to manage kind of things. So now with AI, okay, you put the machine, scan it, you have the results, easy to operate it, and very secured. So now we see more and more manufacturers adopt these kind of solutions.
Tell me, since you said about AI grading, explain me a little bit about how does it happen for our audience to know about it.
Sure.
Is it something you already fed it into the system? Because when it comes to the laboratory and everything, we always believe that, okay, somebody has to look at in the older way, somebody has to look at the color or clarity about that they have to match with the master stones and everything. How does it happens when it comes to the AI?
So I try to explain high level that in simple way.
Yeah.
Because
simple
of course,
way for the audience
of course,
to
it's much
understand.
more complicated what I'm going to explain now. In simple way, we are feeding the algorithm with data, with a lot of data, with stones that graded. Okay, if we want now to this stone will graded based on a GIA standard or based on a Tiffany standard, we can decide and we can feed the system accordingly, and then algorithm feed himself. Okay, and then collecting, we define which kind of feature we want to collect. According to this, he can grade. We're using CPUs of Amazon Cloud, and very strong that can calculate this kind. One algorithm calculate the grade, and then we're getting the results. So actually, it doesn't matter if we can do today GIA, but tomorrow we can do some other customer can come and say, okay, I want per my standard. Okay, we just need data to feed the system. It can, and then we can develop a new standard. So this way it's working. Of course, in Clarity, it's a little bit more complicated because you have the inclusion, type of inclusion, where is in the location, so it's a bit more complicated. But also we have this kind of solution.
I understand that because color is much more easier than clarity.
Yeah.
But when you say clarity, there is a lot of deep inclusions and everything, graining, feather and everything. Does that mean that the person has to look at, somebody has to look at the diamond again, or that's fine?
So first of all, like any technology, we're starting with some, okay, so right now we're supporting for rounds, for this kind of range of grades. And later on, all the time we are increasing the limitation. Not limitation, actually, we're reducing the limitation. Okay, now we can even this shape, now we can even, so in the end, it's how we collect the data. Okay, now we collect the data, we take a video of the diamonds from top, from down, for all the angles. And according to this, the algorithm know to calculate, according to what we teach him, to calculate it.
That's perfect. Now, let me ask you, what is the biggest barriers for adoption of Sarine technology, especially in terms of manufacturing, in Surat, manufacturers, in terms of trust or in terms of cost? Trust, I'm sure that,
I don't think the cost, it's...
or training, I should know how to use the machine.
So I think more on trust and especially on it's indirect cost, let's call it, okay? Now to replace the graders, no, I'm not sure right now it can replace all the graders. But what it can help? It can help now you get a new big order, you want to run quickly some stones. So you can operate the machine even 24 hours because you not get tired. It's not in the environment, the same environment. It's not that now is came from bad moods, the geometry came bad mood. So it's effect on the grading. So about reliability, about consistency, about many aspects. It's AI machinery. It's much more accurate. So we see this kind of manufacturers adopt this kind of solution because it's helped them to keep the standard and also help them with borderline. Okay, these stones, it's on the border. You can check again. We give them some help to manufacture and maybe this can go to recheck in the lab. So we help them a lot in these aspects.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's like, some stones on the borderline, whether this side or this side.
So we have this kind of indication that helps them to know if it's plus, minus, and we're talking about small, in the end, it's very small grade, meaning 0.1 grade difference. So we can give them this kind of indication, it can help them to take decision better way.
Yeah. That's perfect. I understand that because I also seen that sometimes, people start saying that, oh no, this is not this side, this is plus, this is minus, this like that. So technology can definitely help us to bring us a solution for that. Now let me ask you, this is more about manufacturing, using the machine in the manufacturing atmosphere. Now, do you have anything for the retail side, for the retailers to see it?
So yeah, the answer, first of all, yes. Also in Clarity, we're doing virtual plotting. You can show virtual plotting. You can do many visual things that what consumers and retailer ask for. But main thing is give trust for the retailers. Okay, and now even we see big chains that have own grading. Adopt this kind of solution and ask, okay, can you adapt our grading standard? And then we can feed the system with their data to teach the algorithm. And then they can use this machine according to their standard. And it's a very easy solution for sourcing point of view for the retailers, from trust. And this aspect can help them for all the supply chain, because the supply chain of the retailer is very, very critical, especially in this time. You don't want to hold too much stock. They don't, so can help them a lot.
And that does that mean that it gives more transparency to the consumers?
Yes. Again, in the end, it's how the retailer present these kind of things to the consumer. But today, the AI buzzword, it's big thing, especially in the new generation. So I believe it can help a lot with the new generation, and because now you see the generation is changing. It what was before.
Yeah, even when they come to the store, they want to know where it is coming from, the traceability and everything. By the way, do you also provide the machine or system which provide where it is coming from the...
Very nice that you ask it. It's and you ask if you're providing machines. So actually, yes, we're providing a solution, not machines. Why am I saying solution? Because we are in the manufacture process, everyone using most of the market using today is Sarine technology, and then we can collect the data and to collect the data to do to trace about the diamonds. And also this year we signed with collaboration together with Tracer, and we merged the process to be even more smooth to the manufacturers. Meaning they are using the same technology they have in the factory, and we have system that can trace in the diamond till from rough to polish, and we have the traceability solution. There's also retailers and also of course suppliers adopt this kind of solution, and in the end they're getting report with country of origin, and even we are trying to give more. We are giving more experience to the consumer with 3D origin model, how the natural look like. In the end, it's story. What you can tell about, especially for the natural, what you can tell about this about the stone. So where it came from, how it's look like, how we planned it. So the customer can look in this in a digital way, on a physical way, with the 3D origin.
Since you mentioned about the storytelling, I also heard from a couple of people, Sarine is giving a storytelling to the people. How does retailers get into this storytelling journey, to let the consumers know that this is where the diamonds is coming from, this is how the diamonds looks like. How does retailers get into that?
So as you've mentioned about Sarine Journey,
yes,
program that we have, since manufacturer using Sarine technology, so we even capture the video of the real rough, and we trace about the diamond till the polish, and then we present to the consumer together with the retailers, of course, how the actual rough look like, and this gives some more trust even to the consumer. Wow! And give some story. It came from Botswana. It came from Namibia, whatever. And then it gives some story, and we can show all the process from rough to polish, how the rough looks like, and then how we plan the polish inside the rough, how it looks like inside. We take the capture from the advisor, and then how we polish. We take some video of the polish, so they can see the whole story, and help to, of course, to the retailers to promote their products. And we see it a big success in several places in the world.
Yeah, that's perfect actually, because the consumers actually would love to, love to see the story of anything they are buying it.
Especially today with
And
the
it's a
lab grown.
luxury.
Especially today with the lab grown, people need to feel, okay, now they bought some natural, they put a lot of money and invest on the natural. They want to get, okay, what is the story behind this? What is different between this stone and the stones it can, next door it can, in the 99% less, or sorry, 30% less. And they depend, but so they need to see what is different, and this can help to show the difference. You have story behind this. Millions of years was under the ground.
Exactly. So that's leading me to another question. Since lab grown is so much talking about, how does Sarine technology positioning yourself of grading of natural diamonds?
And then we don't have decision because we are not retailers and we are not consumers. And then we provide the technologies can help for lab grown or can help for natural. So we are natural. So of course, what retailers need, we can give them these kind of solutions because in the end, the technology, it can help even to manufacturers. You can use the same technology for lab grown and the natural. Same thing for the grading part. So you can use for lab grown, you can use for natural, and then it's which data you put in the machine and it can land it and according to this.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about technology.
Yeah.
Tell me, in the next 5 years, how do you see AI grading will evolve in the human touch in terms of grading?
If I look, say 5 years from now, I believe labs in the end, today, one of the issues that to send the lab, it's taking one week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now we have a lot of demand. It can even take more than 1 month. So I believe that the labs can be in-house because if now you can do all the process end to end from grading point of view, you can, the only thing in the end to print the report, that's it. Because everything can do at source, let's call it, at the manufacturer itself, because it's secured on the cloud, so you cannot manipulate even the data. That's what's important for us. No, I'm talking about the manufacturers, I'm talking about other. So we're using the secured platform to make sure that it's working properly. And now if you can do everything at source, it's help to everyone to show the supply chain, rejection, many things, no need to all inventory, stock, insurance, interest, and more.
Yeah, technology is making our life much easier.
Yeah.
What's the roadmap for Sarine in India?
In India, wow. So Sarine is...
India being a great country.
Yeah, it's first of all a great country. And I think Sarine, the last more than 30 years, invest a lot of in India. I think what's happened, we see now the manufacturers, it also, because so not only, but also because of Sarine, because the machine that gave to bring to the market and to introduce to the market. So I believe this kind we're talking about, it, we can help to create with AI grading, but not only, with other solutions as well, to help them in supply chain, because to the supply chain, how to manage the stock in better way. Because this is the main issues today. Now people don't want to hold too much stock. Not people don't want, because it's in their interest. It's a lot of costs to do this. So how to manage in supply chain. So this can help also with machines and in the end data. If we have the data, we have our algorithm that can help them to manage in better way all the process, because if we're starting from the rough till polish until the tellers, we can have to manage in better way.
Yes, that's exactly, because technology is taking the way ahead.
Yeah.
So everyone has to be in their fingertips. How RapNet and Sarine complementing each other in terms of trust, consistency, and transparency for the diamond trade?
Actually, the nice thing in Sarine and RapNet, they're not in the same domain. They're not working on the same domain, but they are very similar. Because first of all, both of them are leading in their domain. And both of them leading by data. RapNet is data that upload to the platform and information and so on. Same Sarine, collecting data, with the data, give solution to the market, if in the rough or the polish, it doesn't matter. So they're very similar. So I see it, a lot of it's connect in the end, because if we have the data, it's connecting in the end. So I see it, it's very maybe different domain, but in the end, it's connect. RapNet and Sarine, and I see bright future with together.
Share me a story about your experience in the retail side.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, I have one story actually that 2-3 years ago, I went to visit some potential customer, retailer in Bangalore, a very well-known retailer. And he asked, he was interesting about Sarine Light. And we start program with Sarine Light. Then few months after, he said, oh, I see you have also Diamond Journey solution. I want also Diamond Journey. Okay, then we added the Diamond Journey. And then he said, oh, I want AI machine, great. So now I want also the grading. So it's amazing to see how we grow and step by step adapt more and more solutions. Today he's doing Sarine Light, traceability, 4C, and that Sarine Diamond Journey. Actually, all our offering, and he's very happy. He's continue every year, and he sees big success in this program. It was amazing to see the journey of the journey.
The journey of the journey.
Exactly. It was amazing to see, and also we have a very nice showrooms and in this area. So it was amazing to see how even people talking with the consumer, how the selling is Sarine. So it was amazing to see it.
Yeah, because the consumers may be asking for the journey, because you see now the HNI or millennial people actually wanted to know the story of where the diamonds come from.
Exactly. It's very important. Also give the trust, and also it's in the end, diamond is emotion, and story, it's connected to the emotion.
Let me ask you one more question, the last question. Why did Sarine decided to come to India? Why not any other country?
Wow.
What was the reason behind coming to India?
We're talking about now, 23 years ago, I wasn't in Sarine, but I know the story very well. In the end, India was always lead in this kind of area, and was very big potential for manpower, from knowledge, and when we saw this potential, said, okay, the base need to be here. And actually, if you're looking now 23 years back, that we started with a few employees, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees, and today with hundreds of employees, it's amazing to see of growth Sarine India, and actually continue to grow because the situation in the market. And we did a lot of things to adjust ourselves to the situation, and because we have the right people here, we have the right knowledge, and we have the right infrastructure also. So we did a lot of things to shift more things to India, more responsibility, because it helped to Sarine, and in the end, it helped also the market because it's more close to the market, to the manufacturers.
Yeah, it's a right decision in the right place, because India is in fact growing. Now it's becoming a second largest consumption of diamonds. And thank you very much, actually, Ben, to sharing your insights. It's very much needed for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much.